Hello and welcome to Castaway Cay Day. It is 7 AM and we are arriving at the island. Look at, oh, child lock. Look at this. Wow. This is where the ship is about to go. They can't dock the ship before sunrise because they need to obviously see everything that they need to see in order to make the maneuver. They can do it at night time, but it's not as safe as doing it at daytime. And then within that lagoon is the Pelican Point, where they have some water slides and a bar. And then on the other side of the island, which you can't see from here, is Serenity Bay, where I think we're going to go today. Castaway Cay is Disney's private island here in the Bahamas. They are actually getting ready to open a new island destination called Lighthouse Point, which I think is opening in June 2024, which I'm hoping to one day show you guys. I don't know when that'll be, but this is paradise. Genuinely paradise. Like, every time I come here, I'm like, if you only came here once in your life, you might walk away from it being like, that was the best day of my life. So I'm obviously, with what I do, I'm very lucky to come here multiple times, but if you can get on a Disney cruise that happens to come here, I would really recommend it. It's outstanding. Now we're here, they start the process of taking everything off they need for the island. So those are going to be the towels that they give out to guests as they disembark. And they bring up these wagons to load all the food for the barbecue that they host on the island. And this is like my favourite side of the ship to be on, which is the starboard port side, which is the left side of the ship if it's facing forward. Because then you get this view of them like moving around and doing everything, and it kind of gives you an indication of when the ship's going to be cleared to go off. If you're on the right side of the ship, you get a view of the island. So when you're booking your stateroom, and if you're coming to Castaway Cay, choose which side you'd rather look at. Would you rather look at the nosiness of people doing things, or a view of the island? The funny thing about me and Castaway Cay is, obviously with what I do, I've been very lucky to come here multiple times. My curse, however, is that it rains every time I come. So I was like, oh, we might get some good weather this time. No, there's a thunderstorm scheduled at 11 AM. So we're hopefully going to get our sun lounging in as early as possible. We're taking rain gear just in case. There was one time where I came and it didn't look like it was going to rain, and there was like blue sky and everything, and then like just as we were getting back on board, it like gave a little sprinkle, and I was like, ah, the curse lives on. But you know, out of all the curses, I'll happily take that. You can tell when there's fewer things left and when this yellow bridge goes in that they're almost about to let guests off. Jen has one bottle of water. Guess how many I have?
How many, dear?
3!
Wow, amazing.
Hydration is important in the, well, state of Florida, but also here.
Yeah, except for, you know, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm a little hardier.
My tip for getting off on Castaway, do not start getting off that ship until you see people walking down, because they'll sometimes keep everybody at the gangway for a long time.
Please remember to collect a towel for you and your entire party.
And don't forget to get a towel for you and your travel party.
We ask that you deposit them at the drop boxes.
And deposit them at the drop boxes.
And you can't get them
There's
out
no need to
there.
come back on
No.
board.
Only get them when you're getting off the ship.
Yeah.
So take as many as you think you might potentially need.
On the which they have these screens on the staircase that say what time you need to be aboard.
Oh, and no drones.
No drones, no bringing sand on board, no bringing
taking
shells on board.
seashells.
As Jen says,
What did I say?
what happens on Castaway Cay
Stays on Castaway Cay.
Just need to make sure we have our cruise card or your Disney Band Plus.
Yep.
And also photo ID if you're over the age of 18.
I'm helping again, aren't I? Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, I've done it again.
What'd you do?
I've come to Castaway Cay and I've left my sunglasses in the room.
Oh, do you need to bring back?
No. I'm bothered.
Oh, wait.
It's fine. I don't like vlogging with sunglasses anyway. I like to connect with you.
Except for guess what? I have 2 pairs.
Do you really? It's nice coming on vacation with a mum. My choices are Aubrey Hepburn.
Yes. Or you can go Devo.
Oh, I'm going Devo.
There you
Oh,
go.
100%.
There you go.
Thank you.
welcome.
Whoa, look at those.
Yeah, yeah. So those are a brand called Key, is how it's pronounced, and they're an Australian brand, and I love them. They're amazing sunglasses.
Jen is very good at that. When she buys something, she makes sure that the brand is sustainable. They're nice people. They
Yes.
don't, you know, ruin the oceans and stuff.
Yes.
So, hats off to you.
Thank you.
They do have a tram stop here that will take you down to halfway through the island, and then there's another stop to Serenity Bay. Personally, I like to walk to the Serenity Bay one and then go, because otherwise you won't really see a lot of the island. Look at that water.
So pretty.
It is
But see what
gorgeous.
I mean? It is a bit choppy for snorkeling.
Yeah, well, they have the bay there which breaks up some of the waves,
Yeah.
but it can still hit the land. But-
It's not a fun time when it's choppy water and it goes in your snorkel pipe.
And then you've got to try and blow it out, and then you
No.
taste the seawater, and
No,
it's
it's not good. It's not good.
not good. Oh, it is so nice getting off first thing. It is humid. It is humid today. Oh, baby, I love the way every day. It's funny. Every time I turn the camera on, Jen just stops mid-conversation.
I'm well trained. I'm well trained. I'm like, do it for you all, Dolly.
The tram has just arrived at the halfway point, which is where we board the other tram to Serenity Bay. You can tell which one is for Serenity Bay because it doesn't have doors on it. But the tram that was leaving at the time that we came has just got here, so we didn't actually save or lose much time at all. There she is, the no-door tram. Serenity Bay, here we come. Ladies first.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. I was half expecting the tram noise from the Disney parks. Now arriving at Serenity Bay, this is the adults only beach. Shake, 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 Sonora, shake your body right. If you would like more information on the cabanas and what a Serenity Bay one looks like,
Work, Sonora.
check out my Wish series with my friend Kieran when we sailed in concierge on the Wish, because that's really the only way you can get a cabana is by being concierge. Oh, I love this. This is actually a man-made beach, believe it or not. And if there's a big storm, sometimes it can be washed away. So sometimes they will close this island, this side of the island. But personally, my favourite area to come because it's nice, peaceful. If you really want to, you can go all the way down to the other end of the beach and have literally no one around you, especially on one of the smaller ships like the Wish or the Magic or the Wonder, because there's physically less people on the island. If you're checking the weather for Castaway Cay, you're going to literally need to Google Castaway Cay weather in Google, because it won't come up on the app, because there's no way to locate you with the Wi-Fi on this island. If the weather is forecast rain, that's when you're probably going to have more like coming off first thing, because it can start raining at like 11, 12 and then just rain for the rest of the day, and you don't want to come here and then not be able to get off because you slept in. I just naturally woke up at like 6:30 this morning.
I woke up at 6.
My brain was just like, we're here.
Yeah.
I've had to switch to my phone because I had a bit of a scare with the camera that I normally use, where a bit of sand got in the lens, and I was like, ah! It's on a bit of an angle.
On a toboggan.
I think it's a bit of coral that's just washed up.
Or it's an alien beacon. And now we're gonna...
Oh, now we're about to get invaded. Oh gosh.
Dang it!
Put it back! Sorry, Moana! I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there are some massive fish here. Okay, so you've got, well, actually, there's little fish here, if you can see them. But there are some bigger fish that are hunting the little fish, I think, but I can't see them on the camera right now. Oh, she's got the gossip. Or she's berating her husband. Definitely a big fish out there. Oh my god, it's huge! Whoa! Whatever that is, it is big. Oh, look, you can see all the fish moving in the water, like running away from it. Oh my god, this is so cool! This is like the Wildlife Channel! So much wildlife here today. Massive pelican. Whoa! There he goes. Wow.
Can we get a replay on that last one? Yeah.
Did we have a nice time at Castaway Cay?
It was perfect. I got to swim in the ocean. I got to float, which is my favorite thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
And I swam for quite a while. And then we were out there and we saw an actual big starfish. So.
And the pelican.
Oh, the pelican. The wildlife was crazy. And we never filmed very much out there because you really can't. I mean, it's just between the elements and you're in the sea and all the things.
And
so
we're literally just sat there, and there wouldn't be very engaging content. They have volleyball tours here, but what was that? What did I just say? Volleyball tours? Volleyball courts. I was looking at this, all the tours that have been cancelled. So if there's high winds or
choppy sea.
Yeah. Things, then they cancel things. That was really helpful. Exceptional content, Adam. Wow. That's what sitting in a cabana for a, not a cabana, I can't even speak! Sitting in a chair for 2 hours and can't even talk anymore. Little feet wash off.
Yep. Don't need to take all that Caribbean sand back on the beautiful Disney list. Boy, I think we timed this well.
Yeah, unfortunately because of the weather, we are being rained off Castaway Cay today. You can typically tell if it's going to rain because they don't put all the umbrellas up in the morning. So it's a shame that we're being rained off, but it is what it is. Because of the weather, the characters aren't out, because this would normally be a character meet and greet. In Florida, and evidently the Bahamas, you can always tell when a storm is rolling in, when the wind starts doing this, because that normally means that it's about to change real quick. If you have 50 or more cruises under your belt, you get your name on Castaway Cay. So there are family names here, and the year that they started sailing.
Give me a key.
I think that's frowned upon.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not telling you not to bring your cruise ID, because you absolutely have to do that. But we've learned that by having us in separate staterooms and separate reservation numbers and everything, we're a lot more linked than you think. We thought that when we go to lunch and stuff, we'd have to get 2 stateroom numbers, but they can pull both up from 1 stateroom number. So if you happen to be sailing with friends and you want to book separately, and you want to link and be on the same table and stuff like that, just know that it is quite handy, because as we were coming through security there, he scanned Jen's card and was like, "You good, Adam?" Because he can see me next to her, which is good. Lean into it.
What if I just went sailing away? like in Mary Poppins Returns. And I, woo!
Voilà, j'entends-moi, la nuit semble bleu. Ah, nice clean room. Oh, and we've also got a new bandana for Pirate Night. Woo! This is cool. It's a Minnie Mouse captain, I think. That's so good. On the 4-night cruise, Pirate Night is on night 3. So if, like me, you're not a massive fan of the Pirate Night menu, that's when I'd recommend booking Paolo or Enchanté or Remy on the other ships. Just because that way you can enjoy some fine dining and maybe step away from the antics of the Pirate Night. They do have the fireworks on board this ship and also in the Bahamas, but they can't always do fireworks depending on where the cruise is sailing. So I know in the UK, for example, they can't do fireworks in those waters there. On the Disney Cruise Line app, they will show you which restaurant's going to be open for lunch. So if you go to Explore and then select Dining and Lounges, they will tell you which one you want to go to. So lunch today, we had the Cookies Barbecue and the Cookies 2 on the actual island. And then those are the options. Hang on a minute, where is it? Marceline Market, Goofy's Grill, Donald's Cove. Interesting. There isn't a table service listed for lunch.
Oh, you know where let's go? By the pool deck, where they have the tacos
Friendship,
and
no, the Festival of Foods. Yes. We have Donald's Cantina, which has burritos, taco bowls, and all sorts. I might go back there. Pizza, woohoo! So this is deck 11 forward.
Smokestack barbecue.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
They have a selection of barbecue sauces. You've got regular, Kansas City, Mississippi honey, or a Carolina barbecue. On the other side they have Goofy's Grill, which has burgers and I think chicken tenders. I asked for just 2 chicken tenders on the side, and the man insisted I have a full plate. I'm just going around the other side to get through. Festival of Foods was wonderful. The mac and cheese with pulled pork and barbecue sauce on top from the barbecue selection was outstanding. The best thing I've eaten on this ship, and everything on this ship is pretty good, so that tells you how good it is. We're heading to the rainforest room now for a little chill. I would like to read my book maybe, enjoy some little refreshing air, maybe go in the jacuzzi and stuff, so let's go! Oh, what a great song. And the sound system here is amazing. La 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 la. On the Disney Wish. Here at the entrance to the spa, they have a door to outside. Let's just see. It looks like the weather's improved a bit, which is good for everybody who's currently on the island. Still very windy though, and still spitting a little bit. If you do get the rainforest room, there is a little trick with this door. You need to hold it there for 4 seconds before it opens. I'm currently reading Only Mostly Devastated, which is by Sophie Gonzalez, and it's basically like a gay story take on Greece. And really enjoying it so far. I'm only like 15 pages in, but I think this is going to be a good one. And it's just very lovely right here. I think I'm going to treat myself at Joyful Sweets. How do I get in? Oh, slide door to open. Read signs, Adam, it'll help. $4.75. Not bad. Okay, my hands are a bit full, so I'm just going to chest bump it. There we go. Just had a little call with Max and Alex to catch up with them, and it is now coming time for sailing away from Castaway Cay. Let's go and have a little Momo Shiro, see what's going on. I think they're about to bring in the lines. The amount of strength these guys must have to lift those essential cables and chains that hold a ship to the land is wild. When Castaway Cay first opened, they used to drive the ship in forwards, but then a ship once got stuck here because of the weather conditions. They wouldn't be able to drive it out backwards, so now you have to reverse in, because if you can reverse in, you can drive out.
May I have your attention, please? This is the officer of the watch speaking from the bridge. At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover your ears.
No chance. I paid good money for this. there's the waving committee. Bye! Hearing the horn in the background and then saying goodbye, I want to cry. Bye! Woo! So we've got a day at sea tomorrow. This evening we're going to Paolo. Jen is currently at the Tangle Salon having a blow dry, although if I stick my head out here I can have a blow dry too. We are planning on getting a cocktail at the Rose, which I've never had a drink at before, and I'm very excited to have the agnolotti pasta! If you've been watching my vlogs and seen me go to Paolo recently, it's amazing. You can see by the different colours here that Disney dredged the bottom of the ocean floor there to allow the ships to actually dock at the island. Now dredging isn't a good practice these days. Back when Castaway Cay was built, it was quite common practice, but obviously that damages the ecosystem of that coral and all the sea life that's in that area. So with their new island, Lighthouse Point, or not an island but island destination, they have actually built a pier that goes out to the ocean where it is deep enough. So it'll be a lot easier to get in and out of Lighthouse Point, certainly for the navigation crew. Ready for Paolo. I am wearing a polo shirt and trouser combo. I was going to wear a shirt to Paolo, but we are now going to Enchanté tomorrow night, which was not on the plans at all. I always try to tell myself this, and I'm going to tell you this. Please don't stress about what to wear on Disney Cruise Line. It is super casual. It is a vacation. The dress codes are not like very strict. For the formal dining, the adult dining, it is a collared shirt and closed-toe shoes for men, and that's it. End of. You know, I always worry like, oh, I haven't got a tie, I haven't got a shirt, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. But in the grand scheme of things, I just sometimes used to tell myself, it's fine, it's not a big deal. Just chill out, chill out. Jen has had her blowout. Yes. And she looks fantastic.
And my facial.
And the facial. She's glowing.
A lot of money went into this. So, yeah.
A lot of creams.
There you go. Yeah.
Where's the dress from?
It is from a company called Dish. It's an Australian brand. D-I-S-S-H. And they have beautiful clothes. Ooh. So it's linen and it's lovely and I can twirl like a princess.
with your beautiful hair.
Yes, exactly.
If anybody's wondering, my black polo shirt is from Marks and Spencer's. These are from Uniqlo. No? Under Armour.
There you go.
And pass. We're also talking about the fact that in Enchanté tomorrow I'm planning on wearing like a tan number, and if I'd worn that tonight we would have been very matchy-matchy.
And the dress I'm wearing to Enchanté tomorrow night is blue.
So we've flipped it. Disney Band Plus has now come to Disney Cruise Line. So this is basically Magic Band Plus, and I think if you already have a Magic Band Plus it will work, is that right? Yeah. But they do have Disney Cruise Line themes, and which do you think is the best one? I really like this navy one here.
Best is quite subjective, isn't it?
What's your favorite?
That one is my favorite.
Yeah.
It's me, if you're going to get one that's... But are you only going to get it for Disney Cruise Line?
Correct. So I want it to be able to be worn in a smart atmosphere as well as a casual atmosphere, so I'm thinking navy.
So you're saying that is too casual, right?
It's a little bit casual.
I like that one.
$40.49 for this lovely Magic Band. The lovely merchandise cast member I was speaking to in the shop showed me how this Magic Band Plus works. So essentially, you need to make sure that when you're buying a Magic Band on a new ship, so say this like I just did, they need to link it for your cruise. However, once you've linked the band to your Disney Cruise Line app, that will automatically be added for every new ship you board. And if for any reason it's not already linked in the terminal, then we'll have a guest services cast member who will be able to assist you in linking it to your new cruise.
I really like the cap. That's really cute.
And this is the Treasures Untold collection. Oh, I love that t-shirt. Oh, it's so cute.
Okay, oh, and Adam, nothing on the back.
It's not a mullet shirt. Oh, I
Just
want
like
that.
you like. It's really cute. I like
what
that a
sizes
lot.
do they have? They have everything.
They have
Wow.
They have good
This is
selection.
good.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, this is the part where we find out it's like $120.
I don't think, maybe.
Oh, $34.99.
That is,
Well, I'm getting that. I'm not seeing blue. Are you seeing blue?
not yet.
Oh, it's
We
green.
had trouble pairing.
Well, I saw that. Try again.
Try again.
Once powered on, hold the button down for 3 seconds and release. 1, 2, 3.
We had trouble.
Okay, we'll try again. All right. 1, 2, 3. Aha!
Fifth
We're
time's
getting
a charm.
Hair.
Oh, you know,
Pairing.
I'm
in
just-
progress.
very surprised that
Hooray!
anything Disney technology didn't work the very first time you tried it.
You're bold. Update band. Okay, now we can walk and talk. Royal Regalia. This looks like a very expensive shop and I do not belong in here.
Which of these pieces would you think is the most me?
Most you?
Yes.
Ooh.
Which one do you think I
Okay,
would?
I'm going earrings straight off the bat.
Yes.
And
I
I'm
do
going to go
love
with
me
the
a good
gold
earring.
concierge ears.
The gold concierge ears. Very nice, Adam.
Yeah, Shakira,
Very
I know where I
nice.
am.
All right. Now,
Is that a yes or a no?
No, I love those.
Okay,
and
good.
because they're subtle and they don't scream Disney, and it's an if you know, you know kind of situation, which is always
That
what
is
I
what.
love.
Guess what? I know class when I see class.
Oh!
So you hear what I said? It's Disney. I have Disney, and I have Disney not so Disney.
Yeah.
So I know
Subtle
you want Disney not so Disney.
Not so Disney, exactly. Yep, you got it.
Everybody at home,
Now, Adam,
Let
you're
us know.
going to guess. I don't know.
how much do you think?
All right, Adam.
Yeah,
Which one should I take out? The
gold one.
gold.
Gold. Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a list. Are there any real diamonds in this?
Yes, it's all real.
diamonds.
All diamonds?
All diamonds.
Okay.
And this one, Adam, is set in 14 carat. No, 18. I'm sorry. 18 carats.
I'm gonna go for a solid $3,000.
Gotta put my glasses on, Adam.
Okay, so Adam's number is $3,000.
Jen?
Shakira, is the number higher or lower than $3,000?
Adam, it's lower than 3,000.
It's
Lower than 3,000.
It's actually a bit lower, but
Okay.
it's $2,811.
You
I
were
was pretty good.
close. Oh my gosh,
Thank you.
genius.
Maybe I should be a jeweler.
Maybe you should be a jeweler. That would be
Best
amazing.
believe I'm still bejeweled.
Yes. Okay, so yeah.
Shakira's loving this.
I love it.
So everybody at home, place your guesses. I'm gonna guess, based on the other pieces in here, 8,500.
I'm gonna guess.
More?
I'm gonna guess.
More?
I'm gonna guess 10. Is it more than 10?
30,000.
Oh my god. The quality of the diamonds must.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's a lot of diamonds.
We do a lot of walking in one direction and going, where are we going? We're going the wrong way, and then turning around.
I think it's fair to say, as two relatively intelligent people that have both been on the ship 3 times, that we still struggle so much. It's challenging.
It is challenging. They almost need arrows on the floor that say, that's the forward.
Right, exactly. Do you remember back in the day when they used to have the pirate buffet?
So what they used to do is they'd have the fireworks and then have like a midnight buffet on Pirate Night, which was amazing. We might not be having the fireworks tonight because it is currently pouring down with rain. So they might move it to tomorrow night. They also used to do something called casual dining. So if you didn't want to go to your table service meal and just wanted to have a grab and go sort of meal, they used to do that in Cabanas / Marceline Market. They don't anymore, and Disney Cruise Line, if you happen to be watching that, we would love the Pirate Buffet back, and we would love the casual dining back, because it's a nice option. Trying to find...
Yes, you have to go up like you're gonna go to this.
Yes. Trying to find stairs that are indoors in order to get up to Paolo and, I keep wanting to say Remy, Enchanté, is difficult. We've got to head towards the Hero Zone.
Yes.
Which is the kids club, basically. Walk up here.
Hero comes along.
And then we head towards the doors where you have to check if you look good enough. Hi!
There, everyone.
You might be wondering why I'm staring at us in the reflection over there. Hi.
Hello.
There is currently some extreme lightning outside the windows, which is going to be very interesting to watch from Paolo. But we're currently in the rows waiting for our table. Ooh, there she is. I've ordered a French martini. Little nibbles are here. Yay! Negroni?
Yes, per tradition.
Out of 5?
Oh, it's as good as the one at Meridian Bar, so 5 out of 5. No, that isn't true. My son is a bartender and makes the best Negronis in the world, and also he gives them to me for free, which makes his a 5 out of 5. This one is a 4.7 out of 5 because I had to pay for it.
Understood. This is the best French martini I've ever had on Disney Cruise Line because it's not too strong. Sometimes they put like buckets and buckets of vodka in there and I'm just like... Delicious. Cheers. To you, to your health. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Whoops, as I'm throwing
Ooh.
things. Adam, help! I threw my
Why this water menu?
I'm going to need my glasses, that's what I know.
They have a water menu, guys. A water menu. Here's a look at the menu. So with my platinum status, I do get $50 to spend in Paolo, which will get me this selection here, which is a set menu. However, I personally recommend going for a la carte style. The agnolotti pasta is a personal favorite. And I also need to let them know that I don't like mushrooms because the amuse-bouche is typically mushrooms.
Yes.
Jen cracks me up. So the server comes over with a bottle of Pellegrino, the sparkling water, and shows it to her just to first see. And she goes, "Yes, that is an excellent year of Pellegrino." The server, that's the best one I've heard. Oh dear. So, right, I've ordered the caprese. I've asked them if they can do the gorgonzola gnocchi that I had on the previous cruise. And I'm going for a steak.
There you go.
Don't normally go for a steak, but we'll go for it. What's your choices?
I went with the caprese. I went with the agnolotti pasta. Did we do that?
Yep.
Yeah, we did. And then I'm doing the Dover sole, which, as if you've seen my vlogs before, I'm very big on the Dover sole presentation piece of things.
It's wonderful.
They bring it to the table. They do a whole thing.
They debone it.
And then we're both doing the souffle. So there you go.
They give you a choice of chocolate or amaretto, and we went for the chocolate one.
I don't know if it's the party talking or the chocolate souffle, but with you,
With you,
I see your face. No,
I found my place.
I found my place.
and there's nothing like I've ever seen before. Love is an open door.
Is an open door. The spoken word.
Jen is learning very quickly that I vlog all the food because she goes,
No, I like plan on telling my viewers, because I don't vlog food. I'm always too hungry, so I'll just send them to your vlog. It's a community service.
I'm not a big mushroom fan, so I do like to tell them ahead of time that I'm not a fan of mushrooms. I got a fried gnocchi with tomato and parmesan amuse-bouche. Jen has got the mushroom equivalent.
Yeah, I'm already eating it. Leave me alone.
Bread selection includes a pizza bread, which is made with a high quality flour, which is low in gluten and high in protein.
So
What was this one called again?
Lavoche.
Lavoche bread?
Lavoche bread. So this is our balsamic for Modena, aged 9 years. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Lovely. And we've both got the caprese. Safe to say the caprese was a 5 out of 5. That pizza bread as well, life-changing. I love it. What did you just say?
The camera eats first.
Yeah, that's how it
That's
works.
the rule. Camera eats first.
So they managed to do a gorgonzola gnocchi for me, which I'm very excited to try, and the agnolotti.
How's everything so far?
Wonderful,
Good.
thank you.
So good, yes, wonderful. Couldn't be happier.
We couldn't be happier.
We burst into song sometimes. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like dinner theater.
Mmm.
My food.
Freshly prepared sole,
Yes.
Wagyu tenderloin, Yukon potatoes, which, ooh, that's a hot plate. You're very welcome to share the potatoes because there's no way I'm going to get through all of that. This is a 5 out of 5 for me.
So good.
5 out of 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, we know how I adore my team on the Disney Dream. This is better than when I had it on the Dream. Don't tell them. Nobody tell them.
The beef that I'm having is really, really nice. I actually think the setting off the best. So they've sprinkled some sea salt on top of it.
Oh my gosh, I can smell it.
The ramekins hot, don't forget.
It's very, very hot.
I have like a Pavlovian response to this dessert. Like I remember it when I don't have it near me.
So minus my $50 credit that comes with my platinum, that meal cost $47.94, and I had a more expensive meal than I normally would have because I had the Wagyu snake, whatever it was.
Jubilation.
That, yeah. So, I mean, $47.94, that's how much you would pay for...
Chili's.
Is it?
For 2 people. Not
If you were
no.
having, like, I think if you were having like my budget, if I'm going to Disney World, is if I'm budgeting for the trip, I'll normally do $50 a person for table service, and then like $20 a person for quick service.
Well, that's what the meal plan assumes.
Pretty much works out,
Yeah. That makes sense. It's good.
Yeah, another lovely meal.
Mine was $116, and that was including a glass of very good wine and the souffle.
And the salt.
I feel that was value for money. I really do. It was
Yeah.
good. And we'll see how we feel at Enchanté tomorrow night. We may be singing a different tune.
I think it stopped raining. Or they've managed to get it into... They might be doing the fireworks. They're supposed to go off at like 10 something, right? Oh, well that's worked out. 10:15 they start. Fireworks are scheduled for 10:30. They're not doing the stage show today because it has been raining and the floor is very, very wet. It's not safe for them to actually be doing the performances and the acrobats and that kind of stuff. So we're going to just see the fireworks. It's 10:30. It has started pouring down with rain. Will the fireworks go off? Stay tuned.
Yeah, if it starts pouring, we might have to.
Here we go. First time using the band, and it worked. Well, that was good. Oh, it is now freezing in here. Oh wow, that's cool. Considerably wetter than when I left. The fireworks were really good, actually. The show itself was really good, and we went to Deck 13 in the adults only area. On the far right hand side, there wasn't many people stood there, and we had a perfect view of the fireworks. So great spot to go. Bear in mind where the Acromouse is. If you are stood on the left hand side of the ship or down low, that might block some of the view. So try and get to the starboard side if you possibly can. My stateroom host really knows how to do towel animals. They have been outstanding, especially the monkey yesterday. But today we have a pirate, and he's turned one of the gold coins into an eye patch. And then used the bandana that he gave me earlier. How good is that? We're going to leave it there, lovely people. I have dried off my hair now, and I'm looking forward to getting into that bed. I am very full after Paolo. And just a little note that Jen and I were talking about on the way back this evening. They say that Paolo was like $50. It's not. The prefix menu is $50, but the second you get a glass of wine, a cocktail, or you start ordering from the a la carte menu, it will very easily creep up to $75 or $100. And I'm not saying that it's not worth that. In my opinion, it is. You would pay that going to something like Topolino's or Yachtsman Steakhouse in Disney World. It's a signature dining experience. And of course, if you've sailed on Disney Cruise Line before, sometimes you're looking for something different. If it's your first time on Disney Cruise Line, I wouldn't say run to Paolo and Enchanté and Remy and stuff like that. Enjoy the cruise line experience, and then when you come back, maybe think about doing it. But the food quality is outstanding. Everything tasted amazing. The service is fantastic, and they do turn it into like a food experience and not just eat and go. So it was a 5 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to also seeing how the Disney Band Plus goes. So it is basically a Magic Band Plus, like they do in Disney World, and you can use it for Disney World as well. So far I've managed to open my door with it and also pay for a drink with it. Whether it will change my cruise experience for the rest of the cruise is to be decided, but I'll give you a review of that in my trip review at the end of this series, which will be next vlog. So tune in for Day at Sea tomorrow. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see the future stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.